Hello everybody and welcome along to the Irish Liverpool Fan Fanatic channel. Today I'm going to take you through my top 10 moments personally of Liverpool's sensational Premier League season. Now, first up, we take you all the way back to August last year and the visit of Arsenal to Anfield. Liverpool came out on top by 3-1, with goals from Joel Matip and a helping hand from Arsenal's David Luiz to give Liverpool a penalty and to give Mo Salah a clear run through and goal, in which he scored 2 goals in Liverpool's 3-1 victory, with Danny Ceballos grabbing a consolation for Arsenal. So that comes in at number 10 for me. Now, we'll go down to number 9. And it's again another early game during last season where Liverpool went to Stamford Bridge and up to London, and they took on Chelsea, and they came out on top by 2-1, thanks to a sensational free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold and a brilliant header from Roberto Firmino, and a little bit of VAR magic helping us out as well, and Chelsea grabbing a consolation through N'Golo Kante, but it wasn't good enough for them, and Liverpool defended resolutely and came out on top by 2-1, and I see this as a real crucial moment in the season, where I feel most people started to believe that Liverpool were the real deal. Now we'll move on along to a game with Leicester City at Anfield. This was a tremendous game between two of the top teams, obviously, in the Premier League at the time. There wasn't too much between the two teams on the day. Sadio Mane got Liverpool after the perfect start, and Leicester hung in there and managed to get an equaliser from James Maddison. It was a well-worked goal with 10 minutes to go, and on that day it didn't look to be Liverpool's day. But fortunately, Liverpool managed to get a rather fortunate penalty from due to a foul on Sadio Mane, which Milner stepped up in added time at the end of the second half to dispatch past Peter Schmeichel to give the Reds a crucial 3 points. And now we move on to towards the back end of last year, as I've Aston Villa in here, our trip to Villa Park. The day didn't start too well for Liverpool. They fell behind early doors, and it took them until the 85th minute, or I think it might have been even later. I think it might have been the 87th or 88th minute, but anyway, it was late on, where Sadio Mane crossed the ball in, and Andy Robinson managed to get his head on the ball and to head Liverpool level, and then maybe it was about a minute later, Liverpool managed to get a free kick, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain took it and just deflected off the wall, and from the resultant corner, Sadio Mane managed to come up with an absolutely unbelievable winner for Liverpool, which once again did not look likely, with boots flying everywhere. So that was an absolutely unbelievable victory for Liverpool, and it proved really significant. Likewise, the next game I've down here is a trip to Selhurst Park to play Crystal Palace. This was a really hard fought game as well. Mane gave Liverpool the lead early in the second half, with Wilfred Zaha equalising with about 10 minutes to go. But basically about 5 minutes later, Liverpool got a corner, and there was a big scramble in the box, and Bobby Firmino stuck out his leg, and Liverpool scraped out another victory on their way to winning the league title. It was quite incredible. So now we are moving in to this year, in what is proven to be the longest season ever, due to the coronavirus pandemic. So now the game I've down here is Manchester United's visit to Anfield. This was the day where many Liverpool fans started to sing, "We're going to win the league and now you're going to believe us," which we were proven right for once in a long time. And this came courtesy of goals from a header from Virgil van Dijk from a corner, and a last minute breakaway which resulted from a long kick from Alisson down the field, which found Mo Salah. It was a great piece of quick thinking, mind you, as well, and he won a great foot race against one of the Manchester United defenders, and he stuck it past David De Gea, and he took off his shirt, and it has proven to be one of the most iconic images of the season. It was an incredible day. And then later on, during the same month, Liverpool visited the new White Hart Lane for the first time and managed to scrape out a 1-0 victory thanks to a terrific finish from Bobby Firmino. And in at number 4, in at number 3, my apologies. I have Wolves away on a really rainy January night at Molineux. This proved to be another unbelievably tough battle for the mighty Reds, in which they didn't look to be coming out on top. Henderson gave the Reds the lead from an early corner, and I think Raul Jimenez might equalise for Wolves, and Wolves threatened several times that night to win the game, but Van Dijk and co stood up to every challenge that was put in front of them, and we dug in, and all of a sudden the ball dropped for Bobby Firmino with about 5 minutes to go, and he stuck it into the top left hand corner, and there was another huge significant victory for Liverpool. Another unbelievable night in which probably a victory we didn't particularly deserve, likewise with the Crystal Palace and the Aston Villa game. But we came out on top, and that's the main thing, and you need luck if you're going to win the Premier League. And now, in at the final top 2 numbers I have here is we go all the way back to October or I think it was November, in 2019, where the Reds took on Manchester City at Anfield, in the hope of opening up a 9-point lead, and that's what the mighty Reds managed to do. With an absolute cracker of a goal from Fabinho. It was a thunderbolt into the top corner of Ederson's net, and then an absolutely well worked move from Andy Robinson and Alexander Arnold, and finished off by Mo Salah for Liverpool's second goal. And early on in the second half, Saudi Mane managed to make it 3-0 with Manchester City pulling a late goal back from Bernardo Silva. But that was the day where I personally started to believe that this was going to be really Liverpool's year. And it was a very satisfying day for every Liverpoolian and fan. And now, my number one pick for my top 10 moments of the Liverpool's Premier League title winning 2019-20 season was Liverpool's trip to Leicester City on Boxing Day. And it turned out to be a sensational 4-0 victory with 2 goals from Roberto Firmino, one from James Milner from the penalty spot, and an absolutely sensational strike from Trent Alexander-Arnold, the Scouser in our team. And that put second place Leicester City at the time to the sword, and gave Liverpool this total belief that we were going to go on and do it for the first time in 30 years, which we have done. So, I hope you've enjoyed my video, folks, of my review of my top 10 moments of Liverpool's Premier League season. All the best. Take care, and subscribe to my channel if you like more content like this. All the best, take care, and thank you very much for watching.